Good morning. I'm Francois and I'm going to be your lecturer in something called business analytics. I would prefer the course to be called Making Decisions Under Uncertainty because that's the reason we apply business analytics. That's the reason why we take data and change it into something that helps us to make decisions. Business analytics came originally from statistics. In fact, the course was called Business Statistics. That sort of morphed into data science, and eventually we came to data analysis, where we are now. This course is focused to help business or business owners or even people that's in churches and maybe study theology to help them understand how to use data to make day-to-day decisions. I sometimes say we all are actually data analysts because we all make decisions. I can show you a couple of examples. Would be if you buy anything, if you go to the grocery store to buy eggs, you're basically confronted with a myriad of eggs. In your mind, you make up a couple of criteria. I want 800-gram eggs. I want eggs that's laid by organic chickens. Maybe I want the cheapest eggs. Maybe I want the most expensive eggs. Maybe I want eggs with brown shells or white cells. Maybe I want to buy eggs for a particular purpose. If you apply for a job, you have to make a decision. What is my chances of getting this job, providing the type of work that they want me to do and the type of skills that I've got? What's the chance of me enjoying the job that I'm going to work in? We've all made a decision to study. That had to be based on a great deal of uncertainty. Who knows what the future will hold for any of you? I've been teaching business analytics or statistics or data science for more than 15 years now. I is also a lecturer and teach for the Institute of Internal Audit in a very specialized field called Computer Assisted Audit Tools and Techniques. And I'm also teaching for RMIT, Business Analytics. I'm a practicing data analyst, and you'll see it in some of the examples that I will show in the class. One of them is the National Church Life surveys, which I'm analyzing for them. I finished my initial studies in 1986. A couple of years later, I met one of my professors of statistics at a wedding of a mutual friend. He was sitting across from me. He leaned forward and he said to me, "Are there still dragons out there?" I looked at him and said, "Beg your pardon?" And then he told me the story and he said, initially there was a young dragon slayer that got trained to slay dragons, and when he went out into the world he realized there is no dragons left. The only way he could figure out a way to make an income is by going back and teach other people to slay dragons. He then explained to me and he said he felt that all the mathematical and statistical techniques have been discovered and there's nothing else to be done. I wish I can see him now and tell him about all the data analysis that's needed. The world is crying out for data analysts, for business analysts, for people that can make sense out of the myriad of data that's around them. We're living in this time of the coronavirus, and if you look at all the news articles, how they desperately try and predict, is this a pandemic? Is it an epidemic? Is it something we should really gear up and take drastic action, like putting people in quarantine, cutting off whole countries, cutting off whole cities, towns, and so on? And all of that is based on data that's becoming available on a day-to-day basis. How many people died? How many people have been diagnosed? In the meantime, the way of diagnosing people are not that accurate. I don't know if you know, but the current tools and techniques only identify 70% that's got the virus. So even if you go for the tests and they say you haven't got the virus, there is a 30% chance that you actually do have the virus. Those are all business analytical problems. I'm really, really looking forward to meet you and encourage you in this subject matter. That's obviously something I'm very enthusiastic about. I'm very contactable. My wife says I love being interrupted. So interrupt my day. Call me, email me, WhatsApp me. Come and see me at my house. I'll give you some coffee. I hope you enjoy the course as much as I will working with you.